if you can hear, is an owl. There's an owl out there. Good barred owls. So, I'm Tanis Leonhardi. She, her, hers is Seattle. It's my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi, and I'm filming this Tuesday, 26 March 2024. And this is a formal, like, centric dedicated video for introducing Should I Move to France? And so this one got introduced a little bit differently on this channel because I talked about, like, not necessarily a fan of the French or the French people. So in October 2023, I introduced it as a potentially an enemy of my baby Roman Empire countries in the Roman Empire, which is the countries I want to, like, live in and have houses with my soulmates. And and then in December, I was like, well, but I like Léon Marchand. And they published about, or not about me, they published with my name, the copyright attribution, my picture or derivative I published on Wikimedia Commons of Léon Marchand. This is not going in Wikipedia specific, because it's not Wikipedia specific. This is about moving. And so I was like, oh, but I like him. And then since then, there's been a little evolution. And I have brought up, like, the potentially moving in France. It's not, yeah. I've fleshed out, like, little glimpses, so to speak. So, yeah. From a enemy of the baby Roman Empire, and they should do a nuclear test in Paris, to, well, what if Léon wants me to live in Toulouse with him? So I was like, this is one where I think the dedicated centric, it's more of a centric video because I'm talking about it is dedicated in that sense too. But like in the formatting and the title and stuff. So I think Léon goes, moving to France would be Toulouse, which is in southern France. And I think if I did move there, it'd be very fitting of, like, he'd be like, yes, you lost. Toulouse. You Toulouse, Tanis. You're moving to France with me. And you're staying. And you're going to love Toulouse more than Seattle. Because we have better airplanes. And we have, you know, stuff like that. Because Boeing, the airplane, well, aerospace company, was founded in Seattle. And this is what part of William Boeing's, formerly his estate, like the land on which influenced that kind of stuff. So there's, like, I would say in a sense, there's an extreme fit down to just, if we focused on aerospace, Toulouse would be, yes, an obvious fit. There's I have taken French 101. And so in that sense, I'm not good at it, but I do know it, or perhaps even better, I have experience and understand kind of where I struggle with the language and how I learn the language. Léon, it would be Toulouse. That doesn't mean there wouldn't be other residencies or vacation homes, I don't know, elsewhere in the country, or places he's the sugar daddy, right? It's soulmate and or soulmates. This is fleshing this out a bit. And it's not really a place I would move of my own initiative. It's a unique place in the sense of, if I'm moving there, it's because my soulmate and or soulmate wants me to move there. Okay. So it is a bit unique about that. Alright, well, let's flesh that one out a little bit more, put some structural support. So we live there, but he trains at least part-time, be it collegiate, pro group, or masters, or whatever, in Arizona. And so we split time, and I'm on the pool deck with a bag of Reese's miniatures, and I'm sitting there, and he's at swim practice, and he brings me. I get to go with him, and Bob Bowman walks past, and I go, "Do you want a Reese's miniature?" So there's one, and then Léon also wants me, which I can say in this one because if I'm moving to France, it's, as I've said, it would be of my soulmate's initiative kind of thing, I will not kind of thing, and well, but it hasn't played out yet, so kind of thing, and then it happens thing. He wants to teach me how to fight, like Dominique Spaslet wants to teach me how to dance. Leon Marchand wants to teach me how to fight. And then I've been trying to fill in my sparse fears. So what is a fear? What if I move to France, I'm living in Toulouse, and I don't have this moment? Okay. Sarah Sjostrom and I are sitting at a table, just the two of us, looking out in the same direction together, eating goat milk brie cheese filled eclairs. And we just go, Toulouse is the best city in France. It's the center of the universe. What if that moment doesn't happen? Okay, we gotta bring Sarah Sjostrom on board at somewhere, right? We gotta bring her on board. What about the goat milk brie cheese filled eclairs of France? I'm also the person who said, because people don't pronounce Buenos Aires correct, we should do Paris, France, instead of Paris, France. Get them back. Yeah. So I think this is unique amongst the countries I've covered in a dedicated or centric video approach, which is Norway, Scotland, Russia, Italy, Hungary, this is France. Now with this video, I completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, oh, it's unique in the sense of because it would not be of my initiative. You guys have on this channel the progression of how I feel about France and how that has changed, centered around one man, Leon Marchand. So me moving there, I think, would be potentially it's one of those situations where the feeling about a place can do a bit of a 180, and it's actually comedic being the one living it, not embarrassing, or as I think some personality types might want the person to be embarrassed, and I'm like, that's not how it works for me. I go to see the things that actually change a person's mind, to change my mind. They tend to be more comedic than anything else. When I grew up wanting to live in Africa, and specifically I wanted to like spend time in like the Serengeti Plain, which is like Tanzania area, and I ended up in South Africa, which is a very industrialized country in Africa. In fact, it's kind of like the most industrialized country in Africa. So when I went to study abroad, and it had the highest crime rates, and like, what was it? It was like assault or robbery or something. Like, it was one of the highest crime rates in the world for the country, and it was just like, and within Africa, the province in which I lived had some of the highest within South Africa. And so there was just like, in going there, the acceptance of the place was very central to my time there. And like, there was things shared with where I did, like, as a kid want to live. But there was a huge acceptance part to that, of it not being my number one in that sense of like, I really just wanted the animals, but I'm there for school, so I need to let that go. I need to mature. And I did, and I really enjoyed it, but it's a journey, and I think France would definitely be a journey of if I moved there. And I am Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers, of Seattle is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi, and at least currently, as of filming this, Tuesday, 26 March 2024.